Hey everyone, Ben here and welcome to Motivation to Invest. In this video, I'm going to be diving into an IPO I think could actually be the biggest of the year for the UK. And this is the Deliveroo IPO. So this IPO is a really special one. For those who don't know what Deliveroo is, basically Deliveroo is a food delivery service based in the UK, but they also have global presence. And as we know, with the 2020 lockdown and restaurants closed, this has accelerated the demand for food delivery services and benefited many companies such as Deliveroo, Grubhub, Uber Eats, and many, many more. So in this video, I'm going to dive into the IPO headlines, my valuation, and exactly when this company is going public. But before we dive right in, if you're new around here, feel free to join the investing family by hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on. If you do find any value at all in this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. That helps out tremendously with the channel. And if you do want to know in real time exactly which stocks I'm buying, selling, and access my entire portfolio, and join a thriving community of some of the finest people on the internet, then feel free to check out that first link in the description below for the VIP membership group. And with that being said, let's dive in. Amazon-backed Deliveroo aims to raise $1.4 billion in up-and-coming IPO on the London Stock Exchange. Also backed by Fidelity, which is a great investment firm. Now, Deliveroo was valued during a private funding valuation at around $7 billion in July. And then it raised an additional $180 million during that funding round from investors. Now, reports have suggested that Deliveroo could be valued at around $10 billion. Now, for those of you who like to think in terms of share prices, the best thing to do is when this company goes public, type in the name of the company, e.g. Deliveroo, and then share price on Google, and you'll come up with a share price chart. And at the bottom, you'll see a note where it basically says the market cap of the company. So this is expected to be around $10 billion. Amazon actually backed Deliveroo in 2019, and they led a $575 million funding round in exchange for a 16% stake in the business. So Amazon owns a substantial portion of Deliveroo's business, and they seem to have a very similar customer-centric business model. Now, the food delivery market is expected to reach a value of almost $400 billion by 2024, so a massive acceleration in food delivery because everybody just seems to be getting so much more lazy. What's the point of getting ready and going out to a restaurant when you can just sit there and order food? And this does seem the way that society is going. So here's a few highlights of the company. So they currently have partnerships with over 115,000 restaurants and grocers. I believe even Aldi supermarket in the UK and also in Germany and many parts of Europe, you can actually order supermarket delivery from there, and they use Deliveroo. So it's clear they're branching out into not just food delivery, but also grocery delivery. They have over 100,000 riders who are classed as independent contractors, so they don't have to actually provide them any benefits as you would employees. They operate in 12 markets, and they have over 2,000 employees. Now, Deliveroo's founder and CEO, Will Shu, moved to London in 2013, and he discovered a city full of great restaurants, but he was amazed that so few of them offered delivery. So he made it his personal mission to change that. And I do love founder-run companies such as Amazon, which is run by Jeff Bezos, Facebook, which is run by Mark Zuckerberg. These companies tend to be driven by passion, and the CEO and founder's interests tend to be aligned with the shareholders such as me and you. So what about market share? Who are the market leaders in food delivery? Well, I actually scoured the whole internet, and it was quite difficult to find updated information for 2020 and 2021. But in the UK and Europe, it does seem like Deliveroo, Just Eat, and Uber Eats are the main players in this industry. So according to this post here, Just Eat has captured more of the UK market than Deliveroo and Uber Eats with a 37% market share compared to 36% and 26%. Now, I personally believe Deliveroo does have the market edge, especially in major cities such as London, Manchester, Liverpool, and many parts of the country. So this company has seen tremendous revenue growth over the past few years, especially during 2020, thanks to the tailwinds from lockdown. So the 8-year-old company saw its revenues climb to £4.1 billion in 2020, up from £2.5 billion in 2019. However, this company still is operating at a loss, so it is unprofitable. They are burning a lot of cash. They're a young growth company. They're burning this cash in order to expand and scale, so hopefully that will pay off for them in the future. Their margins do seem to be improving over time. So it was revealed that the company made a loss of £223 million in 2020, but the losses are substantially less in 2020 than they were in 2019, where they recorded a loss of £317 million. Now, one red flag I did spot is that with regards to corporate governance. So corporate governance is basically who has the power in the company, and really you want the power to be with the shareholders of the company. And it seems this company is going to IPO with two classes of shares, one in which the founder actually gets 20 votes per share. So really that means should the founder decide to do something which the board of directors doesn't want to be done, which is supposed to represent the shareholders, then he could potentially override them. So that is a risk with the company in the future if the CEO decides to do something stupid. But personally, I do have faith in them, and I do like founder-run companies. So really, you have to take the good with the bad with a lot of founder-run companies. So which app is actually better, Deliveroo, Just Eat, Uber Eats? Well, I'd love to hear your thoughts, guys, so please do comment below. If you use any of these services, please let me know your experience and which you think is best. I did dive into review, and the result of that review actually showed that Deliveroo seemed to be the best. So we think Deliveroo would be the top dog based on its app's slick user interface and features like being able to track your rider's journey. Quality of technology, Deliveroo is ranked above its competitors. Admin and support above, brand association above. I do believe this company has exceptional brand association. It basically operates on what Warren Buffett calls the share of mind principle. You see these guys riding around with these Deliveroo bikes, and when you see them, that brand is basically getting embedded into your mind, even subconsciously. So it's basically free advertising for the company every time you see these riders around. And I see a lot less riders for Uber Eats, but that's my personal opinion just based on my experience in the UK. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. So starting off with revenues, Deliveroo actually seems to have the most revenues compared to its competitors, which is great to see. It's a very dominant company. The margins actually seem slightly better. So all these food delivery companies are losing money at the moment. They all have negative margins. They're all unprofitable. But Deliveroo's margins do seem to be improving quite a bit. They seem to have the best margins at the moment at just minus 5.5%. The growth rate for this company, 40% growth rate, that's pretty good also. So generally I say a company growing at least 20% per year is a growth company, so 40% is great. Just Eat, however, had fantastic growth in the year of 2020, up 390%, but they were growing their revenues from a smaller base, so you would expect a higher number there. Grubhub also seems to be growing at a similar speed to Deliveroo at around 40% per year. Market cap for Deliveroo expected to go public at $10 billion. Just Eat currently has a market cap of $15 billion, and Grubhub currently has a market cap of $4.55 billion. But really it's about the valuation, and that is why we can look at the price to sales ratio. And basically, if Deliveroo goes public at $10 billion, then the price of sales is just 1.76. And I think at that price of sales, it's a great company, and I think that's a great price for Deliveroo at that price to sales. So Just Eat has a price to sales of 6.25, and Grubhub has a price to sales of 2.51. So as a price to sales of 1.76. So you're basically paying for every dollar of the company's sales, you're paying $1.76. Now there is one major caveat to this, and that is that the company actually goes public at $10 billion, and you can get in the company at a $10 billion valuation, because like many IPOs these days, they tend to double very fast. So I wouldn't chase the IPO if it did double fast, and I'll tell you why in my next section. Okay, so now let's get on to the risks. The first major risk I can see of investing into Deliveroo, once restaurants reopen, will people want to be ordering takeaways, or will they prefer to just go out to restaurants? I think most people who like a takeaway, the novelty has worn off now. We've had takeaways for a year now. So I think people will really want to get out there and go to restaurants. And this could cause a decline in the growth rate for Deliveroo sales and also all their competitors. So the whole industry, I think, will be hit in 2021 and possibly even 2022 before finding a middle ground. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, guys. Do you think delivery will continue to be as popular once restaurants reopen, or do you think it will slowly start to grow at a slower pace? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so comment those below. And the other two risks of this company are, of course, competition, and the company is unprofitable. So that's my overall risk for Deliveroo. But the main one really is, how will the food delivery market change once the economy reopens, especially restaurants? So hopefully this video gave you an overview of Deliveroo's business model, the IPO, and what you could expect with regards to valuation. If you did find value in this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. It helps out tremendously with the channel. If you're new around here and you still haven't subscribed, feel free to join the investing family by hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on. And if you do want to know in real time exactly which stocks I'm buying, selling, and access my entire portfolio, then feel free to check out that first link in the description below for the VIP membership group. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an incredible day, and I'll see you in my next video. Invest safe.